Hey guys, this is Anne Marie of the AntiHR channel and the AntiHR Consultancy. And the word of the day is hubris. Hubris. Don't let it get you. And this is a quick HR tip specifically for employers. And this is another lesson from the recent Sean Combs arrest, indictment, and everything that is to follow. And we yet don't know what that all will be. But what I'm going to say is this. Mr. Combs could have avoided all of these things coming to light if he had simply not let his pride, his hubris, get the better of him, and he had cut the check. The word on the street is that Miss Ventura, his ex-girlfriend and an employee of his company, approached him about a settlement before she filed her lawsuit. They refused, and these are words directly from his attorney in response to her lawsuit when it was filed. They said she filed a lawsuit, they felt it was a money grab, and they decided that they would not pay because I don't think they thought she would actually file a complaint. What followed was that she filed a complaint, a very detailed complaint, in open court. They settled within 24 hours of that complaint being filed because the claims in it were so inflammatory, right? They denied everything in the complaint, but yet they settled within 24 hours. But that complaint has become the basis for the investigation, right, of the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York, and the indictment, the racketeering charges, the abuse charges, the trafficking charges. All of the charges are clearly, you can see a through line from that complaint to the indictment that came down a couple days ago. Mr. Combs is now in prison, not in prison, but in jail. Correction, he's in jail, awaiting trial. He's been denied bail twice. It doesn't look likely that he's going to get it, which means he's going to have to be in custody until trial and through trial. It's likely that his attorneys will try again, but based on what the prosecutors are indicating and claiming as the reason for why he should not be released, it's quite likely that he's not going to receive bail, right? He's considered a flight risk. He's also considered a person who will engage in witness tampering and obstruction. And so the judge has agreed with prosecutors and so far has denied him bail. All of this could have been avoided. And I want to say very clearly, I'm glad it wasn't. But all of this could have been avoided if he had simply cut the check. Once Ms. Ventura filed her claims, not only did the state's attorney, U.S. State's attorney, U.S. Attorney's Office start looking at him, and these are the feds. We ain't even talking about the states. We're talking about the feds. U.S. attorneys who work for the Department of Justice started looking into his behavior. But other people then were compelled and encouraged and empowered to also tell their stories about their encounters with him and their interactions with him and employees of his company. Right? Because this story has legs. This isn't just about his actions. There are also other people in his company who have also been accused of wrongdoing, of assault, of trafficking, etc. This whole story hasn't even been told yet. But if he had paid her, none of us may even know about this. Not yet. It likely would not have come to light, at least not now. Right? But what's in the dark, we always know. But the reality is that many employers know they're doing wrong. They know they're breaking the law. And yet when employees come to them and raise complaints and ask them to do the right thing, pay them to leave, they refuse to do that because they think the employee actually won't go file a claim, won't go file a lawsuit. And a lot of them end up with eggs on their faces, embarrassed when people file claims in public court and their malfeasance comes to light. Companies like Tesla come to mind, Microsoft, others who are now facing lawsuits, have been fined, etc., by federal agencies and state agencies. So the lesson in this for employers is, don't let hubris get the better of you. If you know, and you all always know, if you know that you are doing wrong, if you know that what the employee is saying is true or is very likely to be true, save yourself and the employee a lot of stress, hurt, pain, and suffering, and cut the check. Don't let hubris get the better of you. Cut the check. Don't be like Mr. Combs. Cut the check. If he had cut the check, he might not be sitting in jail right now with his bail denied twice. he would still be lounging somewhere. Now, would that be a good outcome? Some might say no. But from the perspective of the person who had to live through the trauma, having all of these things come to light and be public is likely not what she wanted in the first place. She contacted him. She gave him an opportunity to pay her. He refused. She filed the complaint. Then he paid. Rumors have it that what he paid could have been from anywhere from 20 million and up. We don't know because it's sealed, right? But he paid within 24 hours because there was some there, right? And now that is now the basis and the foundation of the claims that have now been brought against him in a criminal complaint and an indictment that came down against him, right? So what I'm saying is, employers, don't let your hubris get the better of you. Behind every company are human beings making decisions, and a lot of them make decisions from a place of pride, right? And their egos. Don't let your ego and your pride bring you to your knees. Ask Mr. Combs, learn from the lessons that he is just beginning to learn. When you know you're done wrong, do the right thing and fix it, and then stop doing it. If you know you're doing wrong, or it's brought to your attention that you are doing wrong, and you quote investigate unquote, y'all never share the results with the employees, but you know what the results of those investigations often are, and is that you find that you in fact engage in behavior that is wrong, and yet so many of you will still refuse to do the right thing. And then you end up with eggs on your faces. Mr. Combs is not just an entertainer, he was also an employer. He had many people working for him, many people desperately and still afraid of him. Many people witnessed his wrongdoing, but only one person initially was brave enough to speak up. And so when people speak up and you know you're wrong, do the right thing, cut the check, save yourself a lot of pain, and save the people that you have hurt already more pain. So I hope this tip is helpful. I don't usually speak to employers, but I thought I would drop that little tip on you all. Do the right thing. And maybe some of you will not end up being just as embarrassed as I'm pretty sure he is now, right? He's destroyed. His legacy is destroyed. His reputation is forever destroyed. No matter how this turns out, he's done, right? And so when you know you're wrong, do the right thing, cut the check. This is Anne Marie, the anti-HR HR lady. HR is not your enemy, but they're definitely not your friend, but I am. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.